my fellow Americans, and all of those watching this around the globe. My name is Adam Schweitzer, though some of you out there might know me by my pen name, Skitz M. But this is not a creative endeavor, at least not in the traditional sense, so permit me the use of my given name and the seriousness of my tone. I am here to address all of you today about a problem of which you're already aware. A problem you can feel resting on the tip of your tongue, but you cannot name. It's a problem that you feel aching down in your bones, but there's no salve or medication that will treat it. You taste it when you breathe. You see it on the street corners and on the TV. You hear it broadcast on the airwaves. The problem is worse than we imagine. It's bigger than we admit, and we have had more of a hand in creating it than we would ever wish to acknowledge. And that problem is us, collectively. Protesters and politicians, CEOs and wage slaves, young and old, students and faculty, children and parents and grandparents, each and every one of us have created a state of things so corrupt, so venomous, so completely and utterly doused and drowned in its own never-ending continuous layers of bullshit and rhetoric and spin that we couldn't see the honest truth if it were sitting right in our own hands, which I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, it is. The truth is right in front of you, and the truth is that it's time for a change. Not the kind of hope and change proposed by government officials, not the change in your pocket that you're just scraping by on so you can feed, clothe, and house your families. I'm talking about real change, a change that has to come from each and every single one of us. We live in a democratic republic as designed by our founding fathers, men not so different from us, brilliant idealists, hypocritical businessmen, true-to-life human beings, men plain and simple. They knew their flaws and knew that times would change, and so with that in mind, our government was designed to change with us, develop with us, and with the world as we, a fledgling nation, found our place in it. But for a democracy to work, it requires one thing above all else: an educated public. And in that respect, we have failed. We grew complacent and distracted. When times were good, we turned away from our civil responsibilities and expected the system to run itself unattended. And when times got tough, we were too busy fighting to get by to fight the causes at the root of the nation's failings. And as time went by, we as a nation grew prosperous, and in our wealth we grew further detached from the very calling with which we were entrusted when Ben Franklin said, "A republic if you can keep it." The charge was on us to maintain that which we were given, and we have failed in that task. When more people vote on reality shows than vote on who will lead us in times good or bad, the people with whom we entrust our success and our nation's livelihood, we have failed. We have failed, ladies and gentlemen. We have no one to blame but ourselves. But it's not too late. As long as there is breath in bodies, as long as there are thoughts and dreams and minds, it is not too late. Now, today, this very moment, each and every one of us can make the decision to stop playing in the divisive nature of today's political system. Ignore the venomous diatribes, because there is no us against them when it comes to our nation. When we play that game, it is us against us, and that destroys our nation. Ignore the party lines of Democrats and Republicans. Ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, we are being duped into our own demise, and we have let it happen. I say we because I am just as guilty as anyone. I am no better and no worse than anyone else out there, from the streets to the boardroom. I am, as we all are, to blame. But I believe we can do better. I believe we can fix that which would seek to undermine our success as a nation. I believe that we can once again rise to prominence on a global scale to where the world's citizens would be there with us. If we are to succeed, if we are to stand as a beacon of greatness, we must do so not through military might, not through purchase and coercion. We must do so by example. Not by tearing each other down, but by lifting each other up. Not by wishing failure on one side so the other side can have a turn, but by working together and recognizing that we all can thrive. It is with this in mind that as of today, I am announcing my intent to run for president in 2020. That will be the first election year of which I will be of sufficient age, and it will give me roughly 8 years in which to increase my education. Now, I do not represent either major party, and I do not seek their endorsement, and I will not come to them. I wish to actively engage with each and every one of you out there. I wish to hear your concerns and then address those concerns. I want to know what is really, truly important to you, the citizens of this country. So with that in mind, I wish for all of you to contact me at the links which will be given at the end of this video with any questions that you have, any ideas that you have that might once again bring our country to greatness. Now I hope over time to earn your support, and I thank you for your time in watching this video.